My coworker lled herself because of my toxic boss. Should I leak the email? My boss has been nothing but a narcissist who bullied everyone. My coworker ended her life and sent the organization an email. This was her first job, so I feel bad for her. My boss's manager will fire her soon and refuses to let us inform anyone outside of work aside from the victim's family. Should I leak the email? Leak it, but be sure it can't be directly traced back to you. Your safety is important. My experience tells me if corporate secretly wants you to not do something, that usually means you should do it. Find a local journalist and leak it to the local media. Her family needs to see that because they might have a case against your company. I was bullied by a boss for a while, and it did leave me suicidal. If I went through with it, I would want everyone to know the reason. Spread this like butter. Give receipts to your local news station. This person shouldn't be able to have a career, and your company should be held accountable for abetting this level of toxicity. 100% leak that email. Inciting or bullying to suicide is a crime. Not only should you leak it, you should make sure that you follow said person on LinkedIn. Got a new job where they don't know you've got blood on your hands? Would be a shame if some good Samaritan made sure that the fruits of your toxic harassment are shared with every potential, current employer. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but I reckon after the bottle's over she'll want everyone to forget. I don't like that. I mean, it's literally the life and soul of a person who took their own life because of the person you're obeying. Agent Smith. The victim's family are the only people who can say if that very personal letter should be shared. Maybe there is a reason they're keeping under wraps you're not privy to. Take the screenshots of all the emails. Create an anonymous account and send it to their family. They should ultimately be the one to decide. I'm going to go against what everyone else is saying and say don't leak it. Why? Because by doing so, you're giving the scumbag the chance for a wrongful dismissal suit based on a hostile work environment, without disclosing details. I saw this happen within an organization I belong to. There were certain allegations about an employee, and he was about to get fired, but someone made the allegations public, and the employee used this as a strategy to force the org to keep him on. It took forever to get rid of him after that. You may have good intentions here, but it could have unintended consequences. If you know your boss is getting fired soon anyway, don't mess it up for your managers. I would leak it anonymously somehow. Print copies at home and then put them around the office. Everyone deserves to know why she killed herself. I am sick of horrible people getting away with horrible things. My first gut reaction is to release it, but since the family knows about it, I think it's up to them. This note seems to me very personal, and since the victim didn't send it to anyone else, maybe she didn't want the world to know what she would do. I think you should leave it to the family to decide. This is a matter for the police investigators and coroners. If your workplace is concealing the email, they may be committing a serious offense. At a minimum, report it to law enforcement and let them act upon the information you provide. What kind of work was this that the boss made it a bigger than life itself? Yes. Now. Okay, but I think the boss's manager might have the right idea by leaving it up to the family to disclose the details of their loved one's death. If the family has all of the information about their loved one's passing, and they don't want the entire world to know exactly what she endured leading up to her death, that is understandable, and we should respect that, right? If they see the same issues that you and I do with these circumstances, then they will have the option to go public or seek legal counsel or whatever before moving forward. But I think it's important to give the actual family time to grieve and process and make their own decisions around what and how they want to share with the world. I have anonymously reported so much stuff. Pettiest thing ever was an OSHA complaint about a puddle that was still there when I came in the next day. Least petty was water hose being used for natural gas tubing. That one would have just killed me, so I shut off the main, locked it out with my lock for my locker, and dumped all the equipment on the head of maintenance desk. Both were met with roughly the same care. Almost zero. Report everything to everyone every time. And don't get caught where possible. Everyone is telling you to leak it and make sure it can't be traced back to you. But let me remind everyone what Elon did to trace leak emails back to employees. He placed a random space behind each character in the email. Each person who received the email got a different version of where the extra space was. If an email was leaked, they could trace the person who leaked it by determining where the extra space was placed. Please make sure the email that corporate told you not to leak anything was sent in mass or retype it if you leak it. Edit. Context.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.